Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I want to welcome everyone to Illinois. We believe in your union, the utility workers of the United States of America. I think it's very, very important that what Will just said, for many, many years we've had utility infrastructure. You're the ones who maintain it, and it's so important that we keep it strong. As Colonel David Sutherland said in his video, you lead from the front, and you are on the front line of making sure that we're safe, that we get the kind of energy we need in order to power our lives. And it's just so inspiring today to be with everyone. I want to thank President Mike Langford, for his leadership for the union across America, definitely for the UMAP program. It's so important that our men and women, when they come home, have the opportunity for good education, for good, decent health care, but most importantly for a job. And that is really a very important mission that all of us have in America. President Abraham Lincoln once said, it's the duty of all of us on the home front to take good care of those who have borne the battle and take care of their families. And we heard from Colonel Sutherland, and also I want to thank Colonel Ortiz for being with us here today. United States Marine, Semper Fi. That really means something, I think, to all of us, that he's a person, along with Colonel Sutherland, who has served with our military in places like Iraq and Afghanistan. They know the value of teamwork, of discipline, and Semper Fi means always faithful. And we're very grateful to our service members, whatever branch of service. They've been faithful to us and our democracy. It's our job to make sure we're faithful to them. And there's no better way to be faithful than to make sure we have the kind of career opportunities when our veterans come home. My dad served in the United States Navy on the aircraft carrier Bonhomme Richard. There's been a ship by that name in the United States Navy ever since it began under John Paul Jones. And my dad was in World War II. He served for 3 years, 1 month, and 15 days. And when he came home, he had an opportunity to get the GI Bill of Rights, to go to college at night, and to get the kind of career that all of us want for our veterans. And I want to personally thank Mick Yeager, who has led the effort along with Liz Belcaster to make sure here in Illinois we have careers and jobs for our veterans. And it's important that we embrace that movement. It is a movement of everyday people. All of us have a role to play. I do want to salute here today a very special man, a Gold Star father, a union man with the Service Employees International Union, a great organizer. He lost his son in Iraq, United States Marine. That's Phil Martini. Why don't you stand up, Phil? We're really proud of you all. You know, we cannot break faith with Phil's son and all of those who gave their last full measure of devotion to our democracy. I think all of us who were alive on September 11th of 2001 know that day changed our lives, changed our country. We had to have heroic men and women answer the call to duty. People like Candace and Adam came forward, volunteered for our military, go to very difficult and dangerous places. They did it for us. And we have to keep faith with them. And I think the program of training that the People's Gas Company, the utility, along with our local union here, I want to thank Rick for his leadership. He and I grew up in the very same township of Illinois, Downers Grove Township. Rick was in the United States Navy as well, a Seabee, served in Lebanon at a very difficult time. But he, I think, understood, along with the company, that we do have aging infrastructure when it comes to our natural gas, especially here in Illinois. You just heard Will say that we have 2,000 miles of cast iron pipe underground here, just in the city of Chicago and the surrounding area. And it's important that we do something about that for the 21st century. And that's why I signed a bill a couple weeks ago that gives us the resources necessary to make these investments in safety. We work with the Blue-Green Alliance, and we're very interested in making sure we have a modern natural gas infrastructure. We're counting on our workers to carry that out. As you heard, a number of the workers who've been on the front line for many years are retiring. We've got to bring forward a new core of men and women who can handle this important task for all of us. It's a safety task. It's an environmental task. We're lucky, I think, to have access to new resources of natural gas, but we have to deliver that in a safe and sound manner through an infrastructure that's ready for this century. So that's why we're making that investment in Illinois, but we need the people to come forward to carry out this task. And it's so inspiring to hear of the 48 graduates of the training program, 42 are veterans, another 30, I guess, in the pipeline. We want to keep that pipeline going, and I think it's important for all of the locals of your great union across America to see what the possibilities are in your area. We can do this on a coast-to-coast basis. It's important that we do it together. And I want to, my Director of Commerce and Economic Opportunity is going to speak after I do, but I think this is a key role for state government and its resources and training programs to work with private industry, like the natural gas utility, and work with the union folks who are really there with the know-how. They know how to get the job done and done right. That kind of military discipline that we heard from Colonel Ortiz and Colonel Sutherland, that can be transferred over and over again to tasks we have right here on the home front, in whether it's in Illinois or any other state in America. You know, not too long ago, I got a text on my cell phone from a young fellow by the name of Will Attig, an Army man, a sergeant. He was in combat over and over again in Iraq, in Baghdad, and elsewhere in Iraq. He was only 25 years old, but he joined the military right after high school, and then after he came home, he found a tough time in Southern Illinois. Couldn't find a job, started to drink too much. Some of his friends who were in the military with him, where they were drinking too much, and they're kind of losing hope and losing faith, and we couldn't have that. So we started a program in community college at Ren Lake Community College in Southern Illinois to teach 15 veterans, including Will, how to be a welder with the UWUA, a great union. And he went through that training program, just like you have your training program for those who are working on our pipelines. And Will graduated, and then he sent me a text. He was at a utility, Southern Illinois. He had his union card and got his first paycheck. He was so grateful. It really changed his life. And I think it's important to understand, as we heard, we don't want our veterans falling into depression and hard luck. We have to make sure we're there for them. They were there for us when it really counted. So that's why I'm here today on behalf of all the people of Illinois. We're the 5th largest state in the union, got 13 million people. We believe in our veterans and our service members. It's so important that we work together in the best traditions of American democracy to carry out these missions that all of us believe in. We believe in safety. We believe in a clean energy future. We believe in making sure we have skilled workers, and we believe in our veterans and all those who have served in our military. So this is a win-win-win-win for the people of Illinois and for the people of America. Thank you very much to your union, and may the will of people be the law of the land. Thank you.